We're going to cover downloading Fusion 360, saving and sharing files with people like your teacher, the user interface or ribbon at the top of Fusion 360, and then also drawing a simple 2D sketch. All right, so here you can see the window, the website. If you clicked on the URL that I gave you, you should get this window. You first need to create an account, and when you click on that, you enter a username, your information to create an account. So you create a username and a password. Then you're going to have to click on step 2, get access to Fusion 360. You hopefully have seen my email now that shows how to get access, how to verify that you are actually a student by going to Aspen and finding your transcript and taking a screenshot of it and sending it to Fusion 360, to Autodesk. All right, one of the last steps, step 3, will be to actually download Fusion 360. All right, so let's say that you've done that. You'll now get a window that looks something like this. This waffle up here will allow you to close and open the data panel. So in this open state, if you click on data over here, you will have access to your files, and you'll have access to, you'll just have access to your files, and you can make new files. So for instance, you can see that I've created a few here already, and we can do this in a moment and create another one. If you click on people, this is your opportunity to see that you are the owner of this drawing. And then here, right up here in this little window here, is where you can add someone's email address like mine, so you can share it with me so I can give you a grade. All right, now I'm going to click on the waffle to close that part of the data panel. This over here is your browser window, just like in Inventor, but you can see it looks different. It doesn't have a window around it, but it essentially performs the same functions, allows you access to your drawing or parts of your drawing, and we'll go over that later more. All right, up here, this ribbon is your user interface or part of your user interface. Here you can click on this to create a new sketch. This to extrude, just like you did in Inventor, to take a 2-dimensional object to make a 3-dimensional one. You can revolve, which we'll use, and create holes in drawings and so forth. There are other tools that we'll want to use a lot, like fillets and chamfers. Modifying as in copying, combining, and so forth. And then we'll eventually assemble components. We'll take 2 or more components and assemble them to make an assembly. So for instance, the box that you glued together in class, you're going to do that in Fusion 360 or in Onshape, where you'll assemble different parts like the walls of the box. And then there are also other tools here, like constraints, which we'll use a lot of. All right, down here are these useful things like panning around the object, moving around in the window space. Zooming. Here I'm using the roller wheel on my mouse to zoom in and out. Here is the view cube up here in the upper right-hand corner, which allows you to choose different, just like an Inventor, different views. All right, I think I'll start by drawing a 2-dimensional object. So I can click on Create Sketch, or just like an Inventor, I can right-click, come down here, click Sketch. And I didn't even click, actually, I just hovered over it, and it gave me all these options. I'm going to go to 2-point rectangle. I now need to choose a plane. I know it looks a little bit different than Inventor, but it's essentially the same thing. You choose one of these planes. I'll choose, I think it looks like the XY plane. I'll click on it. Now it puts it right in front of me, just as was done in Inventor. If I want to click a rectangle, which draw a rectangle, I've already chosen it. I like to always start with the origin. I place one corner there. I drag, and you can see it already has dimensions for me. If I want to change the dimensions or put in the exact dimensions I want, obviously choose the ones that are highlighted. So that one on the left over here, It says 2.2. I'm going to put in 2.5. Hit Tab. That will change the Y dimension of the rectangle to the X dimension. Let's say I put in 3.5, and now I hit Return. And now you can see I have a rectangle with these dimensions, and the dimensions are shown. All right, that's it for now, and we'll conclude by clicking Finish Sketch, and then in the next video we will extrude this. There's also a save function. File, save. All right, see you next time.